Live from the NBC Montana studios, this is NBC Montana Today.
Good morning, Montana. I'm Jason Hurst. Let's end the work week strong. Let's keep you informed. Find out how people from Missoula and Gallatin County on the front line are helping with Hurricane Helene relief. Learn what you need to know if you are going to vote with an absentee ballot. And if you travel Beartooth Highway, learn why you'll need to find a different route.
Well, the time is at 5:31 with that temperature sitting at 32 degrees. You may find yourself reaching for a jacket before you step outside this morning in the Flathead Valley. Not really going to need it this afternoon. Temperatures back above normal. We're talking highs in the 60s and 70s all the way through the weekend. Some cloud cover in Bozeman, keeping that temperature at around 46 degrees, making for a fairly mild start. We had a couple isolated showers yesterday overall with high pressure building across the region. We've got dry skies in the forecast as we head through the day today on into your weekend. Day planner, Missoula, we're talking 65 at around 2 p.m., 70 in that 5 o'clock hour for Southwest Montana. Similar forecast. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s at 2 p.m., almost 70 in that 5 o'clock hour. If you're heading out to those Big Sky Friday night football games, sit tight. Your kickoff forecast is coming up.
Election day is inching closer, and registered voters will be able to vote in person at the polls on November 5th. But absentee ballots in both Gallatin and Missoula County are going out in the mail today. In Missoula County, there are nearly 65,000 active voters who are registered to vote absentee in the upcoming federal general election. All absentee ballots are due at the Elections Center no later than 8 p.m. on Tuesday, November 5th. Now, postmarked by then does not count. The United States Postal Service recommends mailing your ballot no later than 7 days before Election Day, so that would be Tuesday, October 29th. It is recommended to hand deliver your ballot to the Election Center after October 29th. Do you have something broken that needs fixed? Well, in Belgrade, they've got you covered with their annual Fix-It Repair Clinic. The event is today from 3 to 6 at the Belgrade Community Library. Volunteers are on hand to fix small household items such as bikes, clothing, toys, and lamps, just to name a few. And this is the best part. It's all free of charge. The initiative is designed to save residents money and keep perfectly good items out of the landfill. At 11 a.m. today, there is a media Q&A at the Missoula City Council chambers with city and county staff to address the city's ongoing response to the July windstorm and introduce an unprecedented urban forestry initiative. Following the July 24th windstorm, several hundred critical street tree hazards were addressed and approximately 30,000 trees were inspected. Now, starting next month, the city will address 7,000 street tree hazards to make them less dangerous. This is part of a large-scale operation in the city's commitment to public safety. Mayor Andrea Davis will lead Friday's discussion. In addition to the details of the upcoming operation, the panel will discuss how city and county are using FEMA disaster recovery funding to assist in debris management, hazard mitigation, and cost recovery for emergency storm response. A group of 9 people from Missoula and Gallatin counties on the front line in Georgia, well, they're providing support to communities devastated by Hurricane Helene. The incident management team left last week when the state of Georgia requested the team's assistance through the Emergency Management Assistance Compact. Now, the team is working to provide folks with food, water, ice, and tarps. They're also helping with debris management. They say it's a great feeling to help communities in need and to sharpen their real-world skills to bring back to Montana.
The real-world experiences really build your skills and let you see how things work when you put your skills into action. And that's what helps us all individually build our skills. And when we get together in Missoula for a disaster, we just fall into those positions in which we're trained and experienced.
Holloway says it's impressive to see how communities come together when a disaster happens to help folks rebound. The Missoula Police Department is asking for your help as they continue to investigate a series of incidents involving a truck causing significant damage to Pleasant View Park that's occurring at night. There have been 4 reported incidents, and the current suspect vehicle description is a light-colored truck, possibly white or silver, and it has a loud-sounding exhaust. MPD is asking residents of the Pleasant View neighborhood or the surrounding 44 Ranch area for any information or video footage that could assist in identifying the vehicle. A spokesperson for Big Sky Resort says the impacts are expected to be minimal after a construction accident on the Madison 8 chairlift. During the installation of lift components, a cross-arm assembly fell from the helicopter due to a rigging failure as crews attempted to position it at the top of the chairlift tower. A representative with the resort said there were no injuries and work resumed soon after. Madison 8 is expected to be ready to bring skiers up the north side of the mountain in December. And Big Sky is working with Doppelmayr to reduce any delays that could come up as a result of this incident. Montana's Attorney General is facing legal and political scrutiny ahead of the election. A hearing before the state's Commission on Practice is focused on 41 counts of professional misconduct that started from a 2021 dispute between the state legislature and the judiciary. Well, on Thursday, each side made their closing arguments. NBC Montana's Bowen West details what happened.
The controversy stems from public criticism over Austin Knutson's letters to the courts during a constitutional conflict over a bill that would eliminate a commission reviewing judicial candidates and give the power to appoint judges to the state's governor. With 41 ethics complaints filed against Knutson, the outcome could potentially lead to disbarment. On Wednesday, Knutson defended his actions, saying it was a necessity to represent his client.
This letter was disrespectful to the Montana Supreme Court, wasn't it?
No.
This letter was intemperate, wasn't it?
No.
It was contemptuous, wasn't it?
Not in my opinion, no.
On Thursday, the hearing came to a close. The prosecuting attorney argued Knutson went beyond representing his clients and disrespected the highest court in the state. Missoula attorney Timothy Strauch said he tried multiple times to get Knutson to own up to the disrespectful language used.
Was this intemperate? Was this contemptuous? Was it insulting? Was it undignified of our profession? Every single time, no.
Knutson's counsel tried to submit a non-disclosed exhibit at the end of the case, but was rejected.
I will admit these are difficult issues that even thoughtful lawyers don't always get right. If you think this is a close call at all, I urge you to err on the side of leniency.
Next, the Commission on Practice will make a decision. No word yet when that will be. We'll let you know as soon as it's released. Reporting in Missoula, Bowen West, NBC Montana.
At the State of the Community Economic Development, representatives from Lone Mountain Land Company and Big Sky Resort discussed upcoming projects as well as the importance of creating affordable housing. Both employers work to tackle the area's affordable housing crisis through construction of workforce housing. Lone Mountain has established 2,600 affordable housing units since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Big Sky Resort offers affordable housing to over 1,000 of their team members. But to continue to make progress, Lone Mountain Land Company's president Matt Kidd says continued development will be a necessity.
If people are totally against construction, I'm not sure Big Sky is the place for you, because it will be transformative for the next decade plus.
That development will not be limited solely to Big Sky. Kidd says Lone Mountain Land Company is also focused on Gallatin Gateway, which he views as an extension of the community. In other news, Beartooth Highway will close for the season between Red Lodge and Cook City Monday, October 14th. The last day for visitors between Red Lodge and Yellowstone National Park's northeast entrance will also be on October 14th. And the highway as a whole will be closed for this season, and that starts on Tuesday, October 15th. And now we're joined by Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster, who is standing by. And Brooke, what's got your attention as we are getting, 20 minutes away from the 6 o'clock hour?
Well, you know, it's almost 5:40. We got to get the kids out the door at the bus stop. 36 degrees in that 7 to 8 o'clock hour in Kalispell. By lunchtime, 50 this afternoon, 65 degrees, nice and comfortable. There will be some cloud cover in place throughout the day today, but not expecting anything in the way of wet weather. For Missoula, similar start with some clouds, 41 degrees in that 7 to 8 o'clock hour. we jump into the 50s by around lunchtime this afternoon. We're going to be sitting at that 70-degree mark at around 3 to 4 p.m. It is going to be a nice night if you're heading out to those Big Sky Friday night football games. Your kickoff forecast is coming up in 10 minutes.
All right, Grizzly fans, we'll get you ready for homecoming. Enter a tailgating van with some significant autographs. And earlier this morning, we captured the northern lights in Virginia City. Ooh, look at that sky. That is pretty. Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster has your 10-day forecast, and that's coming up in about 10 minutes.